Then we start the 3D modeling part, right? So how to do the 3D? You know about the 3D and 2D, basic of the 3D and 2D. If you write here the rectangle, right? This is my rectangle. If you create the name of the box, okay? This is my box, okay? This is my box. If you switch this thing in the 2D form, then what you see here? Inside it, this is we have the rectangle length and width, and this is my simple 2D form. But this is my 3D, where we have the length and breadth, or also we have the height. Okay, this is called 3D. Right? We create a 3D also, and then 2D also, both things and simultaneously. And then when we show the form in this in form of your isometric, okay, this is my isometric value, then this will be shown for the 3D part, right? If you show here the top value, this is look like as a 2D. This is also a 2D. So it shows like as a 2D. ये भी आपको 2D की तरह ही दिखेगा. This is also a 2D part, okay? Because यहाँ पे आपको कोई height वगैरह नहीं दिखेगी. Okay? यहाँ पे सिर्फ x axis and y axis ही आपको नजर आ रहा है. If you switch into the isometric, then what will you got here? Here we got the x, y, and z also. And then inside the z direction, we got the depth, the height, anything we have to go there. That's why this is called a 3D, and this is called my 2D part, right? तो हम यहाँ से 2D and 3D को एडजस्ट भी कर सकते हैं, यूज भी कर सकते हैं. दैट्स राइट टू यू. ओके, अब बात करते हैं हाउ टू यूज द 2D पार्ट. ओके, यहाँ पे मैं अभी टॉप टेस्ट पे आ जाता हूँ, राइट? तो हाउ टू यूज द, बिकॉज आप देखोगे यहाँ पे आपको सिर्फ मिलेगा ओनली 2D tools. Only we show here is a 2D tool, but we need a 3D tool, 3D modeling tool. So how can we switch our worksheet? Okay, workbook. So then we have this symbol. Here we have the symbol of the WS workspace switching. If you not find out here, then you can click on the workspace switching, and then here sometimes you have to be here to can also we click the workspace. Like if you I done click here, then this will be disappear. If you click here, then this part also will be shown this above section. So in keep access bar also. Okay. So you want to show here. Just come to this part, and here we have the option of drafting and annotation. By default, we have the option on the drafting and annotation. Next one we have the 3D basic and 3D modeling. Two options for the 3D is this. 3D basic, when we click here to the 3D basic, then what will we get here? We get the basic tools of the 3D modeling. Okay? Box, extrude, revolve. This is my basic tool for the 3D modeling. If you go to the 3D modeling, then here we have to also got the basic tool of the 3D modeling, and also we have to got here the advanced tool mode of advanced mode of the 2D modeling also. Okay? Both options are available in this part. But we which one you want? This all both are the same because we talk about only basic part of the 3D modeling. That's why we don't need to go to the advanced part also. But this is option where we have find out all the option. Okay. In this case, we have not find out some basic options. Some options are not available here. But in 3D modeling, we have all the options for the 3D modeling. Okay. So for the 3D drawing, right? When we create here the 3D drawing, first of all, switch the workspace into 3D modeling. Then after that, what we do? If you create a box right here, and then I creating some of the box, and then here I create this box, but this will not look like a 3D. Then what we do? For this purpose, we want to switch my style. Switch my controls, view controls. Then here we have the view controls. We have two types of WSCS and this custom model view. We have the top, bottom, where you want to show here. Top, bottom, left, right, any thing we can select, but you want to isometric way. Here, which type of isometric you want? Any isometric you can want here. Okay. Okay. Then there's by this way you can format your worksheet for switch your workspace. Inside the isometric view, you can show all of the parts of the 3D view. Okay, X, Y, Z, whatever you want. SW Southwest, West isometric, Southeast isometric, whatever you want to show here. Any isometric view you can show here. Okay, this is better way to can show this data. And if you want to show this data in form of other way, suppose here want to show here in form of other way. This is simple showing the lines, but this is my solid object. This both are the my solid object, not the actual object, right? Then how can we show this in form of solid? Because in this section we show only lines, okay? 2D lines, 2D wire lines. What? This is my visual control. Okay, here we select the visual control, visual style control, and then click here. By default, we selected 2D wireframe. 2D wireframe in the sense is showing on the 2D wireframe, but means that it's the showing only lines. Right? And others option are conceptual. Conceptual is also useful. Okay. When we click on, then we show here your solid parts also. This is my solid part, right? This is solid box. Okay. That's why this solid part is showing. Okay. If you have the hole, anything inside it, then you can show this part. Okay. If you have this also, then the hole will be shown here. Okay. Suppose I create a circle inside it. One second. Okay. Anyone to check here what you want to do. Okay. So I move here and put this part, this portion. Okay, if you switch this, this will be not shown perfectly. One second. Okay. If you want to text frame, then you can open this part also. Okay. This is your part to show your 3D frame. Okay. When you select this part, this will be shown. Okay. Then you can see this. And then if you want to use this part, and then if you want to create anything inside it part, this will be shown. Okay. Uh, this will be shown your faces. Okay. So by on behalf of this face, uh, yeah, यहाँ पे face को मैं select करूँ. Okay. I just select it and then select one command of this part and then just I click on it and then I make a hole. Okay. If you see that here, this is my hole, right? See, this is my solid face and this is my left hole. And then if you see here is in form of 2D wireframe, then what to get here? Yeah, this type of thing will be get. Then this is just weak. And then in this part, we can't find out this is my whole or whatever it is. If you want to find out this thing, then you convert into the conceptual and any of the modeling phase where you show the solid phase, right? By this way, you can show the solid phase. After that, we have other options also. Other options in the sense we have the hidden option. When we click the hidden option, then what to get here? We got the solid phase, but here we happen, my solid phase is hidden, right? And this is source like this part, okay, this way, right? This is my this piece will be shown here, and this only will show the line, and this will be shown if you come this part, this piece will be shown. Next one will be what to do. One thing you can do here to the hidden to other format is realistic. Realistic mode. Conceptual mode is generally used for the showing, making the your 3D drawings is perfect way, but it is in this part we can't apply here in the inside this part any colors of this, any color from to this object, any material from to this object. Then what we do here for this purpose we use here to the conceptual to the realistic. Realistic mode is showing the realistic view of your diagram, okay, of your solid model. Right? Realistic view of your solid model. Here we got the solid model realistic view. And then in this case, we apply our colors, apply your materials, anything we can apply inside this part, right? Again, come to the next part is it, but this is better work when we have the GPU graphic processor you have is there, okay, minimum 2 GB graphic processor you have, then this format is very useful rather than this is just a thing like this, okay. Next one is part is the shaded mode. Shaded mode is used for the showing the realistic, it's not realistic as all, but this is also shaded form, okay. Just shaded is the thing in the age. This is so the your ages, right? Then we come to the next part is shaded with ages. Then here we have the show the ages in form of white line. This is called the shaded with ages. Then come to the next part, shaded of gaze. Then here we show the gray colors. Not any colors we show here. In the you only show here gray colors. If you move it, then this will be shown here from the red gray colors, right? Next one we have here to the sketch. If you click on the sketches, then this will be shown in form of sketch. Okay. And then we come to the wireframe. Wireframe is same as like a 2D wireframe. Anywhere you can show. And then when we come here, the X-ray. X-ray is shown where screen. If you want to show inside of the object of the solid, then you can also show here by use of this part. Okay. This is just a visual control. So whatever you want to control your visuals. Okay. I just use as a conceptual mode because it is enough for it. Because if you show the realistic, this is very heavy to perform here, and then my system will be stuck. Okay. Then come to the next part, how to move on this. We click in the bottom part and then move on this side, then this side, zoom in, zoom out. I know about this part also, but I want to rotate it. How to rotate the shortcut key, okay? If you want to rotate this part, then you can also use this format part. Okay, okay, this is, you can also use this part. First, this is not format. If you can want this, then you can also use the orbit to rotate this part. Right? Orbit is also used for this part, but we have the shortcut for this purpose also. What the shortcut is, we show the shift, and then if you click the shift and then press the mouse middle button, okay, the scroll middle button, then just rotate it where you want to scroll and then pan it. Just use the shift with pan button. Then what you get here, you can scroll it and show anywhere. Okay, right by it there. If you want to scroll and show it in orbit mode. Okay, if you want to show any edges right here, then you can use this. Right, that's clear. And then here, we also remember about the green color is show the Y axis, blue color is show for Z axis, and red color is show for the Y axis. Okay, and this is also useful for that. If you want to show here the 2D wireframe, there we don't have to show in the color format of this XY coordinates. But if you come to the 3D format, then what will be different? This will be showing the color format. This LC UCS path is showing the user coordinate system part is really showing the 3D. Correct. Okay, basically how to switch the workbook and how to use the workbook. Then come to the next part is the how to draw the object inside this part. Okay, 3D folder. For the first part, will we talk about the standard primitive. This is called my standard primitive. Standard primitive is the sense is my predefined structure, predefined solid structure. Okay, make here by yourself. Okay, how can we do that? For this part, first of all, we have the box. Okay. When we define the box, we first of all we make the rectangle first, and after that we define the assign the height. Then my box is ready. Okay, just click on first, and then here we click in this part, and then here I want to show this. Okay, this is my box. Right? One second. One minute. Okay, I just make it this part, and then I want to show here. I create the rectangle first. Okay. Then come to the part of the box first. When we click on the box, and then here we click any part of the corner, and then click on the next corner part, and just drag this your height. This will be form of the box. Okay. And then if we find the dimension, then what we do, just click on the box first, and then click on this first portion, and then after that specify the other corner. We can also assign the length. I'll enter for the length, and then I assign here the 100 by 50. And then after this 100 by 50 I assign here, and then I want to assign the height of this part is 100. Right? This is simple box will be created rectangular, where we have to take the height is 100 and then width is your 50, and then after that, sorry, length is 100 and width is your 50, and then height is your 100. By this part, you can create your, okay, this type of object by use of the box. Then come to the box, how to use the box. For the shortcut of the box, to write the box, okay, BOX, and then click on the any corner, then click on the other corner, and then how you can create your rectangle same as like this first part, and after this just take a height, right? Then your box will be made. Sometimes you create by the box by use of your cube. If you have the cube size, then C enter for the cube, and then cube sizes means that you have each and every sizes are the same. 100 of the width, 100 of the length, and 100 of the height. Okay. And then if you want to create a box in form of rectangular, then use the length. I'll enter for the length. Here we write 100 by 200. Okay, and then take a height where you want to downside, upside, whatever you want, and then right here 150. Okay, this is your height. Right? By this way, you can create your rectangle. Sorry, box. Then other parts of the box is if you write here the box, and then here we have the also have an option of the center. What does the center do? If you click the C enter for the center, then click on the center position. Then what happens? Your your uh, your path will be defined, your box will be defined in the inside the center, and then if you click here, then what will happen? Both the sides will be increases, and behind and upward and then downward. Okay, this is my center rectangle. Okay, same as this. Okay, by use of the center, you can create this type of box. Okay, come to the next part is your cylinder. If you come to the cylinder, if you want to create a cylinder, the base of the cylinder is your circular. Okay, you can create your circle, and then after the outside of the upside of the circle, you can create get the height of the circle, and then what we get, here we get cylinder. Okay, so what we do first of all, what we happen? Specify center point of wire. Just click on the center point. After that, click the diameter, radius, whatever, and then after that, you can assign your height. Right? This will be your cylinder value form. Next one, if you again click here, then I want to click this point, and then here we assign the radius is 100, and then assign the 150 height. Then this will be fine if you want to do that. Same as like your circle, come on. Base will be circle, this was circle we can use this. If you want to show here, just click here to this point, and then right here for diameter is 3, and then right here the diameter is 100, and assign your height is 500. Okay, this will be part will be same. Okay, and this will be circular, right? This will road height. Okay, if you want to show here, if you want to make this rectangle in this path, and then I want to cylinder, click on this path, and then I want to just specify center position. Okay, and then I click here this portion, okay, and after that I take a height. Okay, and this type of thing will be created inside a water. Okay, anything you can create here by use of this key. Okay, just find out this portion how to do this. For this purpose, we can also use for something else. Suppose here I want to create one thing. I just write here, and then we have the other option of this part also is 2.224, 2.3, elliptical. All the options are there. If you want to show make the center by use of 2 points, then what we do? Just use the 2 point first. This point I use, this center point I use. So this point, then we take it. If you select it, cylinder first, and after that you select the 2 points, 2P for the 2 points, and then select your first point first. This is your first point, right? Okay. Then we select this point, to this point, and after that click upside, and this path will be created. Right? Okay, I write make it so then come to the path cylinder again, select the center point. Okay, one thing I may have got wrong. See enter. 2p, I write here the 2, and after that you select this portion to this portion, and then make this the height is 150. Okay. This key part will be created right here. Okay, and then you can just say design it temper whatever you want to, and this will be look like something else. Okay, this is just an example for what you do. For this purpose, we can also use for this part is your cylinder we can take here, and then after that you can throw key point, click on the key point. First of all, select this point, and then select the third point. Okay, and then I create here, take the height, this, and this part will be created right. Okay, this person will be created. If you show the here to downside, this is look like other way. But something is I think I can't explain it. Look like is your something bounding thing. Okay. Okay, this is part we can create by use of a cylinder also. And then come to the next part of the cylinder is here we have the TTI option also. TTI option is mainly used for the tangent and the gradient. If you need to make the part is by use of tangent and gradient, the TTI you click it. First of all, select your first sentence. I say, think this is my first sentence, right? And then select your second sentence. Just close this part because this is also time here. First sentence I select here. Second sentence I select here, and then assign the radius. But this is my 150 radius, and then select your height is 100. Okay. If you see this here, if increase this part, then what will happen? Your theta will be created. Okay, this is my tangent, and this portion is your tangent, and this is your circular tangent right here. Okay, and this will be not match here. Okay, if you click here, this is your just touch this part, not the passing through. That's why this won't do both the faces are the tangent face, not the other face, right? You can also make the tangent and the radius by use of the TPR portion. And come to the next part of the cylinder is you click on the cylinder part, and then after this, what to do? Here we have the next option, your elliptical format. What the elliptical format is? Just E enter for the elliptical. Okay, elliptical is make as the base point is your ellipse. Ellipse format your elliptical format, and then first of all you create your ellipse first. Okay, you know about the how to create the ellipse. Okay, already you talk about the ellipse. This is my elliptical form, and then we just select your ellipse, and then after that take a height. This is your elliptical cylinder. Okay, you can also create the elliptical cylinder. This is your elliptical cylinder. If you first of all what you do, so in this case we first of all create our ellipse first. Not a cylinder. Just click on the cylinder first, and then after that what you do, click on the elliptical for E enter for elliptical, and after that here we have the end points of the axis. First of all select this point, and after this my end point is 100. Okay. And then what we do, here we take the other end point is 25, radius is 25, and then after that we take here is your diameter, is your height. Okay, and this will be elliptical shape will be created. Okay, if you want to create the circular way, you can also create the circle. Right? If you want to create by the center point, just use it here. E enter for elliptical, and then C for center. So first of all, select the center point is your 150, and after that select your other center point is 200, and then here we create the 250 radius there, right? And this will be elliptical shape you create here. Okay. By this way you can create anything. Okay, suppose here I create here cylinder, and then come to this part here. I want to make this thing in this part. Okay, this is my quadrant. Sorry, I don't take it. First of all, I select the elliptical E and elliptical, then click on the first quadrant point to next quadrant point. Okay, and then select this portion, whatever portion you want to select. Here, I select this portion, and then I take the height, right? And then this portion will be created by use of this thing. Okay, you can also use the menu thing. You can just attach this part and then make this type of things also. Okay. Many of things you can create by yourself by use of this thing. Okay. This is simple your cylinder. Okay, in the cylinder we talk about also elliptical. Okay, and then this is the elliptical portion, right? Then come to the next part is here. To other part is your cone. If you talk about the cone, what is cone? Cone is creating base point, base object is your circle, and after you get this height, then at the above section you have got a corner is your corner point, right? Corner points and then also point for this is the conical point. This is for the cone. Okay. Come to the portion how to create the cone. First of all, we get the center first. After that, create this portion, and then here we select the height. Okay, this is the cone, right? Right. 150. Okay. So this is corner points, right? Then this is part will be used here. Okay. डिवाइस मैंने आपको पहले काफी कुछ सिखा दिया तो आप खुद से बना सकते हो अगर आप थ्री में चाहते हो तो अभी हमने थ्री जैसे स्टार्ट किया है तो हम पूरा बनाएंगे नहीं अभी पूरा बनाना आएगा फिर ठीक है ओके तो नेक्स्ट वन विल बी टॉक अबाउट द हाउ टू क्रिएट योर कॉर्नर्स राइट तो हाउ टू क्रिएट द कॉर्नर्स राइट हियर तो आप कॉर्नर्स कैसे बना सकते हो इस चीज के अंदर तो हमारे पास कॉर्नर्स बनाने कौन बनाने के लिए सॉरी कौन बनाने के लिए हमारे पास क्या है बेस पॉइंट इज योर सर्कल तो आप यहाँ पे सर्कल एक बेस पॉइंट बनाओगे ओके so base point is your circle. So how to draw the circle? You know about the circle, how to create the center point, and right here is your radius. Is your suppose is 100, and then take a height. So whatever height is, and then click here. Then what you just got here? Here we got this data, right? This is my circle. The base point is your circle, and our section we can create here this part, right? And this section we can create, but by this way, okay? And then come to the next part is here how to create other way. You can if you want to create the cone is your by use of diameter. Just use the center point first and diameter for the D and then right here so diameter is 250 and then I take a height here 150. Okay. Then this will be created, right? This part will be created. Okay. Then come to the next part is your gone here and the next one is we happen to by use of the circle by use of 2 point 3 point whatever you want it suppose I want to show here by use of 2 point just click on 2 point first and then after that select the 2 point first and second again after that you create this portion okay and on behalf of this part you can create okay? This is your simple object by creating this right 3D object 1 minute. ओके तो हम आगे चलते हैं तो ये मैंने कौन बनाया है कौन में आप देखोगे अलग अलग टाइप से कौन आप बना सकते हो भाई so what we do here so next part will we do here so first next part is your 3 point circle if you want to show here the cone in the by use of 3 points first point take here second point take here and then this is your third point right so I select the third point this portion and then I make a cone and then take a height right here is my 100, and this person will be get, right? And this type of thing objects will be created by use of this path. I just connected two posts. This is not a same object. I could just connect and then put on the above the this path, and then I just create it. Those doesn't create it is anything is what it. You can also create this path type of thing also. Okay. And then come to the next part is here we have the option of the con, and then here we have the next option your TTR. TTR is just use a tangent center radius. What you want to do as form of tangent center radius, you can also do it by this way. Then how can you do this? Just use a TTR for the T enter for the TTR. And then for the selecting of the two tangents first, this is my first tangent, and then I select this portion with second tangent, and then I write here is a 50 is the radius, okay, and just state it. Okay, this is tangent center radius path, right? By use of this way, you can create your tangent center radius path. Okay, and then come to the next part is here. Uh, this part, next part is here. Come to the next part is here. I just write here. Elliptical cone. What? How to create a elliptical cone? Just for the elliptical cone, E enter for the elliptical. First of all, make a ellipse. Bottom section, you create a ellipse first. After that, you can make your cone. Right? Base is your ellipse, and then you just declare height. This is the elliptical cone will be created. Okay? Just base you create here is your ellipse. If you want to endpoints only, just click on the cone first, E for elliptical, and then you just send endpoints. This is my one endpoint, and this is my second endpoint, right? And the next point will be assigned. Any of the value will be assigned here, and then just create it. Okay, and this cone will be created, right? And this portion I created. Anything you can create right here. If you again create this part and just I enter for the elliptical format and just select this portion, I select it. Okay, this font to this one I want to create. Okay, and then I want to show this portion, and then I want to make this type of. Okay, okay, and I create this type of. Right, this is look like a better. Just this is just an example for you how to make this perfectly working for like this part. Okay, this is simple tools, and we can create it. Okay, by use of this case. Display. Okay. Then come to the next part is your elliptical. In the elliptical, we have the center point and points, whatever it is, you can easily create this part, right? Come to the next part is here. This is your sphere. The sphere is just a circle form of the circle, right? So the circular way. If you want to create this sphere, just come to this part and then how to create this sphere. Okay? And just create this portion, and this is your sphere, right? And you can see this is my sphere, just a rounded ball. Okay, this is look like a ball, perfect ball. Okay, round shape ball. This is look like a ball. If you want to create the sphere is anyway, so how can we create the sphere? By use of the same command of the circular command. Okay, 2 point, 3 point, whatever you want to show here. First of all, click here if you want to radius, then write here the radius. If you want to diameter, then you can write here the diameter first, and then write here your diameter, whatever you want here to for creating this radius. Right? So for this part, if you want to see enter, con enter, you can want to do this by use of 2 points. Just click on the 2 points first and then select the 2 points. So one point is this, another point is where you want to show here. Okay. Okay, the quadrant. Okay. I just create this type of thing. Okay, this is made by use of the 2 point rectangle. Then you can make this type of thing by use of this thing. Okay, this is just a spherical form. Okay, if you want to show here, so just click 2 points, and this is made by use of the 2 points, right? This is first quadrant, and next one I find out the quadrant is here. Yes, this is the second quadrant, and then here, this is the form of your this data. If you want to form this thing, But the above section, then here I want to form this part, then come to this part, so just here, select this portion, and then this portion. Okay, sorry. I want to select here 2 points. So 2 points, first of all, select the 2 points, 2P, and then after that, select this portion, and this part will be created, right? And this is look like some structural part, okay? Where we have the above section is your sphere, right? Many of things you can create by yourself by use of this. Come to the next part of the sphere. If you want to create by use of 3 points, then you need to be 3 points. Okay? Where we have the 3 points, here we have the 3 points, right? Then I select the TP, 3P. Just click on the 3P. First is my this point, second is my this point, right? And third is my, okay, where we find out this point, right? And then after that, what you see here, about the rectangle, about the box, we created this type of thing, okay? This developed section. Okay, this is just a way you can create here. Come to the next part is here. And next part is a sphere. You can also create the sphere by use of tangents, radius, whatever you have this part. So TTI you can also create this by the way. First tangent, second tangent, right click here. Okay. And just right here is your 50. Okay. Enter. Okay, this is not exist because this is not file. Right. Okay. Again, I select here. First tangent is TTI. Select the TTI. This is my first tangent, and this is my second tangent. I create the 25 radius of this wall, and this wall will be created on behalf of this 10%. Okay, this is called a sphere. Okay? Then come to the pyramid option. Pyramid is just the part of the section, okay, where we have the base is form of rectangular, or also says the polygonal form. Is a not a rectangle, is a your square and polygonal form. Okay, the square is also a part of the polygon. Then this is called the base is your polygon, and after this make your uh, height, and then conical part we can say here is the top of the part of the pyramid. Okay. Then how can we make the pyramid? First of all, we create here is your center point. Take the center point first, and then here we have the inscribe and circumscribe about the circle, and then here we take this height. This is called pyramid, right? And then where we have the four sides, right? If you want to define different types of sides, then click on this pyramid first. And then here, we add four sides, and then I want to define the sides, number of sides is 3. And what we get here, we got the diagonal pyramid. If you want a hexagonal pyramid, then you can also enter it as n for the sides, and then right here the 6 sides, okay? And then we got a hexagonal pyramid, right? And this is my hexagonal pyramid, right? Okay, you can take any size, and then and base whatever you base is your polygon format. Okay, easily you can take the polygon, and then after you can take the height and then make this type. Okay, come to this part. If you want to size check, and then in this size we have the by default we have the portion of circumscribe above the circle. If you need the inscribe of the circle, so I enter for this part, and then we keep here. Okay? Inscribe the circle part. Okay. How to use make your polygon same as like your pyramid. Mhm. Just click on pyramid. If you want to have a edge size, then E enter for the edge, and then place the first point and then second point right here, and then after that you take a height. Okay? By this way you can create your pyramid. Just by this way you want to create your pyramid. If you want to show this thing inside this part, then you can click here, and suppose first of all find out the center point. This is my center point. You want to create push, and this is my pyramid push. Okay? And this is my pyramid. I just round up in this upper section of this book. Okay, this cylinder open. Okay, come to the next part is here. This is a simple pyramid. Okay, you can create the polygon first, and after that you just take your height, and then your pyramid will be formed. Okay. Then come to the next part is here is your weight. Okay, weight is a simple command used for this part. Suppose here you want to do here. First of all, you make your rectangle. Okay, base is your rectangle, and after this is the portion of this part you can take a height, and this is called your base. Right? This simple is your base. This is part of the base. Okay, if you want to do this, just click on the base first. Select the first of this portion. Okay, whatever portion it is, and then just round off the height. And at the other edge where you want to select your first corner, this will be happen. This will be made. Okay. How can we do this? You can click here. You have the length. Then click the length. I'll enter length is my 200 and then width is my 50. And then what to get here? We got if you have the take the height to 200, then here this portion will be created, right? Okay. And this is simple. This type of triangle you can create by use of teeth. Right? Inside the ways we can use for same is like base is your rectangle. This one you can create any of that the base of the rectangle. If you want to cube, just click on the C, enter, and then here we want to get here. Here we got the cube section, right? Cube type of the base. Okay, this is my cube type of the base. You can create here height and then width and then length is same, but this hypotenuse is different, right? And after this, we come to the part here. If you want to center point, C enter for this part, and then your end point is created the center, and then your ways also created by the center. Okay, this is called the center point, right? If you want to create your edges, then you can create this part. If you don't want to create this your edges, then you don't. Okay. Okay. Then come to the next part is yours is torus. What the torus is? Torus is basically used for as same like as your donut. Okay. Same like as a donut. How can we make the torus? First of all, you take the inside the first of take the center point and then inside diameter. First of all, you take here the torus radius. Okay. After that, take is the inside radius, right? And this is your torus. Okay. Simply, this is called my torus, and this is like a wheel shape. Okay. You can also take wheel shape right here. Okay. And torus is also for part of the donut. Suppose here I create a torus first. Key enter. I select the torus, not a key enter for the torus. Select first, I select this part 100, and then here inside diameter, I select the 25, right? And this is your part. Okay. If you have to do one thing, again, I select the torus. This is outside. Inside, I take here is 75, and then I make this type of simple hat. Okay. This is a look like as a donut. Oh, okay, that's it. That's good. This is look like as a donut, right? And this is simple way you can create your torus. Okay. This is simple your standard primitive. If you want to create a torus, so you have the same option of the circle command 2p, 3p, ttr, whatever you want to create here. Then you can create this part, right? Okay. If you want to do this, you can create this. Okay. If you want to use a 2p right here, and then I want to create in this portion 2 put. Okay. And then you can create, right? And this p you can create your part, right? That's clear. How to create this portion? Okay. Any doubts from this section? Any question regarding this part? This is just a simple way. This is just introduction part of the your 3D modeling and basic tools of the your 3D modeling. Any question from regarding this? सब समझ में आ गया आप सभी को? दिवेश, निहार, विजय एंड कुमार. विजय, दिस क्लियर टू यू? ठीक है, आपको कैसे 3D मॉडलिंग में स्विच करना है एंड कैसे 3D के टूल्स यूज करने हैं. अभी तो हमने सिर्फ बेसिक टूल्स देखे हैं, बिल्कुल बेसिक. इससे आप कुछ ऐसा एडवांस चीज नहीं बना सकते जैसा आपने डिवाइस भेजा है मुझे. ओके, उसके लिए कुछ टूल्स और सीखने पड़ेगा अगर 3D में वो चीज बनानी है. ओके. तो एक्सट्रूड है, पॉली लाइन है, काफी सारे टूल्स अभी बच्चे हैं हमारे पास जो कि काफी यूजफुल है, जिसके बिहाफ पे हम बका वो सारी चीजें बना सकते हैं. अभी तो जस्ट बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर फॉर डिफाइनिंग इनसाइड यू AutoCAD. ओके, तो ये डायरेक्ट स्ट्रक्चर है जो कि AutoCAD में डायरेक्टली आपको मिल जाती है. इफ यू नीड इट देन डायरेक्टली यू कैन क्रिएट इट. ओके. एंड ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ दिस पे यू कैन आप इनको कंबाइन करके एक अच्छे से चीज भी बना सकते हो. दिस इज जस्ट योर चॉइस. जस्ट क्लियर. एनी क्वेश्चन, एनी डाउट? कोई क्वेश्चन है आप लोगों को? कोई डाउट है? नो, डोंट डजंट हैव एनी डाउट. ठीक है फिर. तो बस एक अनाउंसमेंट और करना है आप लोगों को मुझे. एज टुमारो एंड डे आफ्टर टुमारो इज नो क्लास, देयर इज नो क्लास. नेक्स्ट क्लास विल बी ऑन योर थर्सडे. Okay, next class will be on your Thursday as your 18th September.